Hello there, it is I, Shepherd Shang, even if you can't see me. And this is finally the video about how to get started with Abyssalcraft. I mentioned that a commenter requested I do something like this, and I figured it would be a good idea. Okay, had to edit there. So yeah, this is the getting starting video. Commenter requested that they weren't quite sure how to really get started with Abyssalcraft and when using mods. And again, Abyssalcraft is available for several different versions of Minecraft. This particular version is for 1.8.9. Why 1.8.9? Well, because there are fewer mods, honestly. I've got 27 mods running at the moment. If you remember from the main body of the tutorial, it's in 1.7.10, and I'm running over 100 mods. They get in the way sometimes. Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but I've had a couple of recordings sort of ruined because some of the other mods have made a mess of things and stuff. So yeah, I'm just using a couple of mods in 1.8.9 that work well together, that don't crash things, that don't screw up things visually. I tried doing some that got some weird graphical glitches sometimes. Yeah. So, how to get started with Abyssalcraft? Well, it's easy. Single player, because I'm on a server. Create a new world. Let's call this Getting Started 1.8.9. Since you're going to be normally playing on survival, because, you know, you're playing it, gonna have cheats on simply because it's a bit more convenient. Yeah. Not gonna use the bonus chest with this. I do that sometimes. Actually, hold on, no, that's actually a good idea. Something that happens quite a bit, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, is if you use a bonus chest when you have Abyssalcraft installed, you can find Abyssalcraft materials in the bonus chest. We're gonna see if that happens. It's not generally anything like fantastic, like you're not gonna find armor or anything, but you might find darkstone tools or the Darkland Oak Woods. It's interesting. And world type. We're going to use default, but I'm going to show you some other stuff just to talk about it. Super flat. If you use super flat, you don't really have biomes. Yeah, if you use super flat in a survival thing, I am good luck to you, but you can't actually do anything with Abyssalcraft in a flat world, because the biomes don't spawn properly. Large biomes. Nothing wrong with using this. The problem is, of course, that large biomes make finding biomes difficult. And because you do have biome-specific stuff with Abyssalcraft, sometimes it's more advantageous to use the regular size stuff. But hey, if you want to do large stuff, go ahead. That's cool. Amplified. I've never been able to use Amplified. I've never had a beefy enough computer to use Amplified. Don't know how it would affect things, but I imagine it would be pretty cool. Let's see. Customized. Yes, the customizable options. Now, I have had a lot of fun with the customizable worlds in the past, but how it affects things with Abyssalcraft and other mods. Well, I'll go into this and show you. If you don't know, the customizable world option was made available with 1.8. It's also available in 1.9 and 1.10. I've played around with it a good bit. You can turn stuff on and off. You can prevent villages and stuff from spawning, prevent dungeons from spawning. You can actually turn off ocean biomes completely, which is... Don't do that if you're using Abyssalcraft. Ocean biomes are important for Abyssalcraft. Don't do it. But yeah, stuff like lava oceans. you're using Abyssalcraft. Oceans are important. If you turn lava oceans on, it means there won't be any normal oceans. It'll all be lava, which, while useful if you want lava or obsidian and stuff, it's just... No, don't do that. But the most significant thing here is biome all and biome size. Changing biome size. Biome size 1, basically biomes are like 2 chunks wide at the most, I think it is. I don't know the specifics, but they are very small. It's fun to play around with, but when you're using mods, specifically biome-centric mods, like maybe if you're using Biomes of Plenty, although that wouldn't actually work because that requires its own special thing. No, that's not important. As it applies to Abyssalcraft, you can... changing the biome size to make them smaller can make them biomes easier to find, yes. But at the same time, that also means you're less likely to find important materials in them. Because Abyssal Night will only spawn in the various types of Darkland biomes. If you make them super small, that actually decreases the chances of you actually finding them. Because they do have a spawn rate within the chunks. If a biome is only 2 chunks wide, and there's a possibility that nothing will spawn there, you're shit out of luck, pretty much. Biomes all. Now, I don't think I've ever actually tried to change this while using mods before. Let's just take a quick look. You can create worlds that are only a single biome, which is cool, but, not necessarily useful. I don't know if this actually affects, if this can be affected by, modded biomes. That's what I'm actually looking for at the moment. Nope. Okay. It does not. Now, you can also change, spawn rates for various ores and stuff. But again, that kind of thing can affect, your worlds if you're using mods in not necessarily predictable ways. I'm not an expert at it. Can't explain it super well. But yeah, if you go, something you can take note of, if you go into the customize world option and you do customize stuff, but then you don't use the customize world option, it doesn't take effect. Just so you're aware. Oh, I mentioned something before about Biomes of Plenty. If you're familiar with that particular mod, in order for that mod to work in a world, you have to set a world type that's specifically for Biomes of Plenty. There are a couple of mods that do stuff like that. If you were trying to run Biomes of Plenty and Abyssalcraft together, for example, well, aside from having to work out the biome ID conflicts, again, you would have to, you would have to do that, and of course, finding Darkland biomes would then be much, much more difficult, simply because it's so freaking hard to find anything in Biomes of Plenty. Okay, anyway, so, done with all that stuff. Game mode survival. Create the world. Let's see. Loading world, converting world, building terrain. Let's hope I don't spawn in lava this time, which is something that happens in any forgiven normal Minecraft world. Or at the bottom of an ocean again. God, that happens so often to me. Oh. That's semi-convenient. Desert right next to the corallium-infested swamp. It's interesting. Okay, so that's sort of convenient for you if something like this happens. Here's something. Bonus chest. There's a possibility you can find upgrade kits in them, which, considering you probably got some wood tools, is actually really useful. Oh crap, right. I'm using world edit in this, which means I can't actually use a wood axe. You know, I've got the world edit mod in this just in case of stuff. Now, getting started. Getting started with Abyssalcraft is the same as getting started with any Minecraft world. You need basic materials. You need to find specific biomes. Um, yeah, it's literally basic. You need wood. Uh, Here, let's get that particular achievement real quick. Boom, getting wood. Giggity. But yeah, it's just certain mods add new dangers or new materials or new biomes or whatever. Yeah, so at this point, I am literally just going to cut away until I have some more materials in this world. Yeah. Okay, and I am back. I've spent the last, hour or so just sort of building up some materials, collecting a bunch of stuff. I have got full iron armor, I've got enough iron and paper and stuff to start working on the Necronomicon. I still need to go out and get some rotten flesh and a piece of leather to make the book, and then the rotten flesh to create the Necronomicon. Because as I've said before, the Necronomicon is an in-game guide for Abyssalcraft. It is the easiest way to get started with the mod, and it is essential to do the mod. So yeah, I've gotten enough materials, gotten some food and stuff. So it's time to go out and do stuff. And oh, that is a storm. Give me a bit. Okay, so I noticed that the wind has been picking up outside, and I've lost power a few times with high wind. Something you should be aware of. If you lose power to a computer that you're playing with Minecraft on, and it doesn't have its own power source, in other words, if the power will cut out and the computer turns off, there is a high possibility your world will be corrupted, and yeah, that sucks. I've had that happen to me before. So, I'll take a quick look around my tiny little hole-in-the-wall base. Using the 1.8 version of Tinker's Construct. I haven't really done a whole lot other than make a little mine here, just find enough iron to get started with this. And that's the journey map. What do you call it? Waypoint. That's the one I'm thinking of. And which I'm going to be taking advantage of right now in point of fact. Let's go back to where I spawned in, Corallium-infested swamp. We're going to be searching for darkland biomes and either some zombies or some demon animals to kill to get that rotten flesh. And I'm thinking I'm gonna speed this part up. That didn't take long. Good. And now we're in the Darkland biome. And this is a structure. Yep. Okay, so, quick thing, let's make a waypoint. Darklands. And, something I don't think I've ever shown before. For some reason in 1.8, Journey Map doesn't recognize the color of the Darklands. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't work. It works in 1.7. Don't know what's up with this. Yeah. Okay, there's the blindness. Let's see. Oh yeah, and here's something for you all. These two Tinker's Construct weapons, Talan and Amass. If you can tell me in the comments what these names are a reference to, you get lots of brownie points. You'll also get lots of brownie points if you can tell me what the relevance of those names are. But yeah, let's see. Let's just wait for some zombies to start showing up. Or So we can start killing them and getting that rotten flesh. Okay, so that's 7 rotten flesh. That's good. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say a good enough. Let's go back to the base. Alrighty. So, got the materials I need to finally make the Necronomicon. Except, oh, for the love of, I forgot the leather. So, okay, so I've just found a demon cow. Hopefully he'll drop some leather, but, something I don't know if I've ever actually talked about, and something that is good to know in this sort of getting started video. Demon animals will not follow you into water. Most hostile mobs will. The demon spawn will not. Even when they're in their normal sort of disguised form. They will not follow you into water to attack you. So if you've got one chasing you, jump into some water, and you're okay. See, even while I'm attacking him, he isn't going after me, and he did drop leather. Awesome. Okay. Let's just go back to the base now. Okay. I think I may or may not have mentioned that in the final supplemental episode. I don't remember. Okay. Rotten flesh. Iron. Okay, so to make a book in vanilla, it's 1 leather, 3 paper. And to make the Necronomicon, it's a book in the center, iron there, 6 rotten flesh, and Necronomicon. Welcome to Abyssalcraft. Achievement get. Now, at this point, you have enough information to really have gotten started with the mod. But I'm going to continue anyway, simply because, okay, so, again, this is what it looks like. Forbidden knowledge about Abyssalcraft. The Abyssalcraft part basically covers the basics of the mod, what the mod does, what it's about. It mentions the dimensions, how to get there, biomes added to the overworlds, some pictures of some of the materials that are added, talking about the rituals and the machines and stuff. This section here is about lore. This is also lore. Patrons, Patreon. There's currently nothing in the machines section because you technically don't have access to the machines. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this stuff before. But what you really want in the Forbidden Knowledge section is overworld. And specifically here, progression. Now, of course, I've mentioned all this stuff in various videos before, but the progression of the mod goes from overworld to the Abyssal Wasteland, and yeah. So it tells you where to get stuff. So in order to get to the next dimension, you have to have first gotten into the Nether so that you can get blaze rods, and that you have to have gotten to a Darklands biome of some type, and a water-based biome so you can get corallium gems. Yeah, swamps and ocean biomes. What's really left that I can talk about as far as getting started with the mod goes? Well, I can show you what the shoggoths are like at this point, when you're sort of still sort of noobish. With so I've got iron armor on. I don't actually have an iron sword or anything. And here, right by where I spawned, is a shoggoth lair. And I'm going to grab some monolith stone. Or at least try to. I don't actually remember if I have the right tools for it. Currently harvestable. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Oh shit. Okay, so that's helpful somewhat. Yeah. So, one good thing about the shoggoths, when they are in the water biomes, they're not great swimmers. They'll get out eventually, but at least they're not going to turn they're not going to turn everything since yeah, they're not going to turn everything into shoggoth ooze immediately. Easy way to keep them in there, though it isn't exactly a super good solution. Just sort of flood the layer. Yeah, this isn't a great solution, but it's it works. Because again, you need monolith stone to continue with the mod, and I don't recommend trying to attack the shoggoths unless you've got some really good armor. And all I've got is iron right now. And some strong weapons since they've got 100 HP. Which, again, I have no idea just how that translates to the number of hearts. Now, at this point, I've got plenty of monolith stone. I don't really need more, but I probably gonna have to come back to this area if I continue with this world. I may or may not do that. So yeah, I don't want them getting out. So let's just keep flooding the thing. Another good way to flood their base is if you can afford to waste it, get a bunch of lava. Just fill the whole thing up with lava. No, the entrance was what I mean by that. Yeah. Okay. Time to run away back to base now. World wasn't loaded for a second. Sleep. And, let's see, what else can I really talk about with getting started? Well, you can get started with the rituals as soon as you want to. Yeah, you can use regular cobblestone, or if you found the Darkland biomes, you can use the Darkland cobblestone. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this, but there is no actual difference between them. They're all just sort of aesthetic differences. They just look different. They all have the same function. Again, you need to make a special space for it. Oh yeah, this is why you want the monolith stone. It's important for stuff like this, the energy pedestal, which I cannot currently make. That's okay. Or the sacrificial altar. My personal preference is the energy pedestal, simply because sacrificial altar generally requires you to have animal farms to be the most effective way, I guess. But, you know, it's whatever. Make your own choices, that sort of thing. What else can I really talk about with getting started? Getting started with Abyssalcraft is basically vanilla Minecraft until you've gotten the materials to make the Necronomicon. From that point, you're basically following the steps in the Necronomicon in order to get to the next dimension, and so on and so forth. Well, I suppose I can just set up a quick ritual pedestal real quick. I'm so used to doing this, I can do it without even thinking about it anymore. Yeah. Here, let's take a quick look at the achievements just to show them again. Just to show you what sort of things you do in Abyssalcraft. I don't really know what else I can do with this. Really, beyond this point, it is basically entirely up to your own playstyle. Like I said, in the tutorial I was using over 100 mods. There was a lot to do. I could do stuff with Abyssalcraft pretty much however I wanted, simply because there were so many mods. You can start Abyssalcraft as soon as you want or as late as you want in Minecraft. You could do it before, like with what I've been doing with this. Like if I've been playing for like an hour and a half at this point or something, maybe 2 hours. I've already got the Necronomicon. I'm already able to get started with Abyssalcraft. Or you could do it as late as you want. I've done worlds where I haven't even gotten into it until after I've already killed the End Dragon. And super armor and stuff. I will say that when using mods, having good armor is something you really want with Abyssalcraft, because the shoggoths are a good example. They gang up on you real hard, and infestations and whatnot, and yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I am debating whether or not to do a second part of this episode, simply because I have gotten started with Abyssalcraft. Getting started with Abyssalcraft is basically going through vanilla Minecraft up until the point where you're gotten the Necronomicon, and from there it is literally a guide. So I might do a second episode about getting some of the special materials or something. I'm still kind of debating it. Anyway, bye.